Good morning, everyone. So, a couple days ago, I had a client come in and ask me a question. The question was, how do you know if an email is real? Well, there's no real easy way to do this. Um, every internet service provider who provides email has a different way of handling it. I use almost exclusively Google, so I can show you how it looks on a Google account. And this particular client, it was helpful because they had Google also. So let me show you this, and I had to go into my junk mail folder to find some examples because this studio account doesn't receive a whole lot of email. So let me pull this over. And here's this, and I'm going to show you a couple of these things here. Let me grab this photo also. I think I got it here somewhere. Yes. So, all right. So you're going through your list of emails that you received. How to tell how to spot a fake one right away is this. If this was legit, it would have your real name, not your email address. Sir, the first part of your email address. So this would have your legitimate name, and this goes to email scam too, and I'll show you a little bit more to that. You'll also note that the email was sent from an unsecured server, hence the reason why there is a red notification here. I don't know if I can zoom in on it. Let's see. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. Zoom. Blow it up. Now let's see if I can move over. There it is. So there's the padlock. It's got a nice red X on it, saying that this was sent from an unsecure email. If you see email addresses like this, yeah, those are randomly generated to bypass security filters, just like this is. And if you go all the way over here, although this company might be legit, the fact that they're using I don't want to call it an illegal server, but an unsecured one, would give you cause for an alarm. And that goes with email scam 2. Let me bring this up here, and let me show you how to do this. How do you get to the original message? What you do is in your email, let me pull this over. And this is true for any email. Excuse all of my tabs up there. But if you get an email, there's your 3 dots here on the email itself. You can go into here, show original, and it gives you all those details. So yeah, and that's what this is. I just put it in PDF format, so it was easier to use. But yeah, this is what they refer to as the original email. So every email that goes across the internet has a message ID obviously for tracking for law enforcement. When it was created, from Computer Garage, Ohio. That's me. But it has this long fake email address along with this. So yeah, no, not. And then it's going to 2. And it's coming from the UK. Again, it's suspicious because I don't have any business in the UK. The other thing to look for is these, and there's usually 3, there's only 2 here. Neutral, saying, this is spam controls. This company is neutral. They've not been flagged for abuse of spamming rules. Domain is actually a legitimate domain. And then you start getting to this detail stuff, and this is going to go above the head of most of you, but I just want to show this to you. So you see where it's being sent to me. Let's see. Go back through here, a whole bunch of junk in here. This is envelope information. It passed the authentication through mx.google.com, so that just means that when the email was sent, this domain passed, so it wasn't immediately blocked. In fact, Google is saying neutral, and this is who checked it, and the IP address at Google that checked it. And as you can see, it says is neither permitted or denied. So they're not being blocked right off the bat. Here's something though. This was sent from a Amazon cloud-based server. AWS is, their Amazon's work set. So whoever sent this email, they're actually paying Amazon for their cloud service, which is usually scammers are not. They're not going to invest a lot of money into trying to scam you. But yeah, this one they're actually paying Amazon for their account, which is kind of odd, which might be why this is legit, because Amazon would probably have required them to have a valid domain. Again, this is to information, verified, neutral. Again, going back to or originating from Amazon, and they're using SMTP, so they're probably using an email client, whether that be Outlook or that be EM client or Thunderbird or whatever email program they're using. Domain keys, validated that's a valid domain, and then unsubscribe links from, again, it's not for me, I didn't send it. And then you get into that whole way. This is what the email was. Reply to, this is where it gets interesting. So if you were to reply to this email, unbeknownst to you, if you reply, you generally think of reply as going to one person. This is going to go to 1, 2, yeah, see all these different addresses. So if you had hit reply and said, like, take me off your junk mail list or whatever, yeah, these are all the people who are going to get copies of it. This is why I tell people every email has got every company is supposed to, who send out mass mails, are supposed to have an unsubscribe link. In the US, I think that is federal law. But like when you get a text message on your phone, you reply stop to it. All that does is validate your phone number. All this does is validate your email address. So yeah, and when you do that, when you hit reply, all of these people get a copy of it. Which kind of, yeah, insurance offers, trusted media, UR contacts usually tells me there's a Russian notification in there. Gateway discussions, UKSU support, not real sure. But like I said, usually RU is Russia. UK, it talks about all of these. So yeah, if you would hit reply on this, you probably would never see all of these. They are hidden because it's a mass reply. But basically your email address goes to all of these people. That's nice, huh? Signature of the actual body of the email. Transferable. Let me find some other goody stuff here. Again, I don't expect you all to do this. This is just for your own knowledge, so you can see it. Oh, here it is. You may unsubscribe anytime, and then it's using a shortened URL. There's nothing wrong with shortened URLs. Tiny.url is kind of, like the most common or popular one. But yeah, they just shortened it. If you've seen me post up YouTube videos on Facebook, sometimes I'll unintentionally use the shortened one, which is YouTube, and the U and the tube are shrunk. Yeah. So, yeah. So, yeah, here we go. Just random name. Yeah. Random letters. So that's how you can spot a fake one. That's kind of interesting. Didn't really notice that one before. And then, of course, there's this, which I'm sure comes out to that. And then these are, these are all the tags. And they do, they do tagging, kind of like, well, maybe these aren't tags. Maybe this is an actual sentence that was just chopped to hell. Yeah, so that's probably what it is there. That looks like an interesting thing. And then We actually have a name here. So like I said, it's interesting. If you look at the original view of an email, you can find all sorts of stuff. But yeah. Oh, look, there's a username. Interesting. And this was from that email that didn't have a secured link. Yeah, look at there. Yeah. Usernames. Login names and passwords. Really? Interesting. So yeah, this is why I said you have to be careful with your emails. But if you get an email and it's from someone you've always known and trusted, you're probably fine. But yeah, this is an interesting thing to see. Please confirm your email address. Yeah, see, there's just so much stuff that's buried into an email through the, you don't see it because it's in HTML format. What you see is kind of like the pretty email. In this case, it wasn't, because that one had the, this. And I didn't capture the whole email. I can show you the whole email. This is one of those so let me show you this. This is that whole email. This is it. That's the whole email. But you can see in the history, I'm going to close that one because that was the only example. But you can see in the history, this is from a compromised email server. Because you can see where they're talking about usernames and passwords and other emails. Yeah, usernames and passwords for what? Your account console, your information. Yeah, so this is why it's not, if you get an email and it looks suspicious, always look. It doesn't hurt to look. Now, like, here's another one. This is the same type of email, just from a different sender. Again, using the same tactics, neutral and pass. But when you get in here, looks a little bit different. The envelope information, which is what this part here is kind of the same. But I'm going to suspect that this is probably from a compromised email server also. We'll take a look here. Here's the email. We need you to confirm your information. Yeah, right. I don't think so. Excuse me. Let's see. Let's see if this one comes from a... Oh, look. Comes from a compromised email address also. Or a compromised email server also. So, yeah, look. Hi, and there's usernames and site addresses, and confirm your email, and yeah. Welcome to Enterprise Plus membership experience. So this was the exact same email, just sent from a different server. And look, it's the same information still. Well, that's interesting. So yeah, this is from clearly, this is from a compromised email server as well. And so, yeah, interesting stuff here. Thanks for joining the Parsec community. I don't think so. So again, like I said, you go back and you never want to unsubscribe. Just mark it as spam. Never reply to them. CSS got the same information in there on the reply to. Authentication results, reply. This one does not appear to have the same reply to information. Let me double check just to make sure. Not permitted or denied. Header information. Unsubscribe. Please check your account. Oh, I bet you the reply to is down toward the bottom. There's a little bit. Computer garage. Yeah. There's tiny URL. Interesting. Yeah, I don't see the reply to notice on this one. So the first one I showed you, like I said, you could see the where it forwarded automatically. If you replied to it, it automatically forwarded it to all those email addresses. And it was coming from an Amazon account. There it is, reply to. See if we can find that. And it's underneath the payout notice. There's the payout notice. So this one's slightly different. I don't see the reply to link in there, which again, they're not doing it for the purpose of they want you to go to a website so they can steal your stuff. That's what it's point. Now here's what a legitimate email looks like. This is actually from Verizon, who just recently bought Yahoo. And of course this is my other email address. I've had that one forever today. See how it says pass, pass, and pass? That's what you're really looking for. If you've got neutrals or rejected, you should never see a rejected or a denied one. Google should automatically kick those out. So it should be pass, pass. You know, if you're seeing a neutral, that happens. But this is from a legit, itches this morning. This is from a legit sender. It was in my junk mail because I junk mail most of my stuff. But yeah, this is from a legit sender. Yahoo.com, and that's usually the address header for there. It passed. Yeah, you see reject, but it was passing. There's your signature code. This is the echo where it's going through, the first email server. Where this was automatically forwarded to this. And then there's the email itself talking about, changes that are coming to Yahoo based on the new purchase. And so, yeah, that's how you kind of spot them. It's hard to, if you're not looking for it, it's hard to find. This is why you kind of look at that. You almost have to have trust in the service that you're subscribing to. No one's perfect. Everyone fails. So in this particular case, like I said, you can look at the original, kind of like how I showed you. You go up there to your three dots, view original message, and these are your original messages. And from there, you can look at it and say, that just doesn't look right. And like I said, you have to do this enough to see the keywords to look for, like SMTP. Like I said, I'm just going through here, like here's SMTP. So this was sent from a Yahoo account. So let's see, and you reply to, and here's the signature. Signatures are important, especially digital ones. Received from, there's the echo. Echo is when the web servers are talking to each other. Ymail is obviously Yahoo Mail. This is a backbone address, so where it went from Yahoo to a backbone to another backbone, and back down. Well, nope, that's not a backbone. That's not a backbone. That's software. But yeah, that's how you can kind of sort of maybe tell. But like I said, if you don't know what to look for, this is all Greek to you, and sometimes it's Greek to me. I just know, what to look for, keywords to look for. And you could do a search for those keywords and that would narrow it down. But I generally just look through everything. Because every once in a while, like I said, you see stuff like this. Really. So, yeah, when you see stuff like this, it just makes you like, huh. And this, like I said, this part of the email is buried in that one fake email, that spam email, and so you have no idea because you can only see the visual part that's provided. You don't see the details unless you go looking for it. And so yeah, interesting. Emails from all over the place. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Budgeting glory. Okay. So, but anyways, that's what I wanted to share with you today was, how to, someone had asked me how to spot it. Um, there's no easy way to really spot them. You just kind of have to trust the system. If you get junk mail, mark it as spam. Don't reply to it. Don't unsubscribe to it, because when you unsubscribe, you're just basically saying, yes, this is a legitimate account. It kind of goes with the same thing with text messages for your phone. If you get junk text, don't reply to it. Just ignore it, because all you're doing then is just validating that yes, this is the correct email address, or yes, this is the correct phone number, and it just generates more. So yeah, just don't reply to it. Don't unsubscribe to it. Just ignore it. Mark it off to junk or spam and let it go. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell. Yeah, probably a little bit long, but that's pretty much it. So anyways, if you found this useful, like, share, and subscribe. Please like, share, and subscribe. It really, really helps. If you don't have a Google account or a YouTube account, you can go over to Facebook and find us over there. There is a donation link down in the bottom in the video description to donate to the cause, because YouTube does not pay me for these videos yet. Hence the reason why I need you to like, share, and subscribe. I need to get up over 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of video watch. Yesterday's video, average video time was 33 seconds for a COVID related video. I was like disappointed, but oh well, it is what it is. So anyways, you guys have a great day. Talk to you later.